This is how to compile Aseprite. The Aseprite GitHub will have the source and install instructions. It's best to follow the latest install instructions, which will be right there. And you pretty much just make sure you have everything required. So, Visual Studio Community. Then you would click Downloads. It should bring you there. Then there, it should automatically start to download. Then you just have to set it up. Let's see. You can click here. I think it gives the image what you need. Okay, desktop development with C++ plus Windows 10. So it'll be that one, and then Windows 10. And since I'm not using Windows 11, I don't need that one. You can, and then it should have Windows 10 somewhere. Right? Well, let's see the exact version. 362. So I would pick the one that says 362 on it. 18362. And then you just install that. While we wait for Visual Studio to finish, installing, we can get the Aseprite source code. So you download this one that says the source.zip. Other things you would need is CMake, Ninja, and the Skia library. It also has the install instructions there too, if you need it. You just download this. And you would select the one you need. So in my case, Windows 10, I'm going to use the Windows installer. And then you need Ninja, so this one looks right. And you would just pick the one for Windows. So it'd be that one. And then you need this branch, M102. So I clicked around. I don't know. Maybe it's the other link. And then Skia M102. We pick the one for if you have 64-bit Windows 10. Once the Visual Studio installer is finished, you can finish setting up the dependencies, which would be this stuff. Basically CMake, Ninja. CMake is, we downloaded that already, so be this one. And you just accept terms, make system path for all users. Just keep that the same. Okay, so that's done. And then for the Ninja one, can create a folder called Ninja. And you basically just drag and drop that into that folder. So in there, you would have to set the path for it too. So you can copy that, and if you type in path, you should see this in the system properties, and then you can change the environmental variables. Just go to system variables, path, and then you just add it, and then it would be it would be like that. You could check. The next step would be setting the Aseprite M102 branch of the Skia library. So we already downloaded that, so we would just follow the instructions of where they put it. So in the Windows detail part, which is right here, they put it in drive C dep skia, so we'll just follow that, create the same thing there. It'll be deps and then skia, and then all we have to do is extract the skia into that folder. So cp deps. So you just have to put the stuff in there. And you're good to go. I'm just going to launch Visual Studio just to check if it works fine. The final step before compiling would be basically setting up the compiler path. So you could just find it. Should be in program files. Microsoft Visual Studio 2022 community, and then VC tools, MSVC, this numbers thing, bin host 64, and then it should be like cl.exe. This is the compiler, so you just get this path. And just remember it's called cl.exe. So you would just set the path by typing in path, edit the system environment variables, go to path, and create the path and just add it there. You do have to add the cl.exe at the end of it. And this will be the final part of just compiling it. For this final step, you have to, well, we have to put the source into the folder Aseprite source. So you can just create a folder called Aseprite, and drag the source into there. So yeah, it says get Aseprite code, put it into the folder. So do that. Just open that up. Okay, well now that's finished. Next be to go in, you can use terminal or CMD or whatever. I'll just use CMD since everyone has that. Just remember to run it as an administrator. That's important. So run it as administrator. And then you want to, just go through it. Go to enter the Aseprite folder. And then currently there's no build folder in the Aseprite folder. Like if we check it, there's nothing that says build in there. So we make the directory. So you just see now put the build directory into there, and that's where it will build the Aseprite when it compiles it. So also another thing you want to do is disable antivirus if you have any. Like this might interfere with it, so you could just disable it temporarily. Okay, stop. So turning off antivirus will make sure that nothing is like blocked or when it's compiling. And then running it as administrator prevents like privilege problems. So next, you can just go to the Windows detail part. So next you go into the build directory we just created. So it would be cd build, change directory into build, and then you want to call this thing right here. Now you can check if that's the correct path. I know it is, so well, I can check for you guys. Microsoft Visual Studio. I mean, it says it's right there, so I mean, as long as the path, if it matches, then you're good. So you would go to Trading Tools, and then VS should be down here. VS Dev CMD bad. So that's all correct. You can just copy that, paste it into here. Now you've entered that. Once you do that, you then just do the next process, which is this one right here. And this might take a while, but let's put it there. And then once that finishes, the final part will be running Ninja Aseprite, and that will build the software. Then you can use it. Alright, so now it has the build files have been written to the build directory, and then the final step is just run Ninja Aseprite. So now that it's finished building, it'll be in the Aseprite folder, so you can just go there and build bin, and you'll see it right here, and you'll have the latest version 1.3.2. You can create a shortcut, and you can add this wherever you want. or you could even pin it to the start, and then it would be like, you know, right here.